Laker Nation, what's going on? Welcome into NBA Now from Chat Sports. I'm your host, Jimmy Crowther, and today I'm going to be breaking down 5 current free agents the Lakers should be looking to sign before they make their 2020 NBA playoff push. And I'll go ahead and give you all 5 names right now, starting with Dion Waiters, just waived by the Memphis Grizzlies, Tyler Johnson, formerly of the Phoenix Suns, J.R. Smith, who last played for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jamal Crawford, and then Jeff Green. And we're going to break down each one by one for you here on today's show, starting with Dion Waiters. Again, just got waived by the Memphis Grizzlies pretty recently, and look, he didn't get to play a whole lot this year. He got traded from the Miami Heat to the Grizzlies in that deal that sent Andre Iguodala to the Miami Heat. Now, let's remember, he was formerly represented by Rob Pelinka, the current president and GM of the Los Angeles Lakers. So there's already ties there. There have already been internal discussions about possibly signing Dion Waiters to a deal and bringing him in at least for a workout after the All-Star break is over. Now, really, Dion Waiters didn't even emerge as an option until the whole Darren Collison fallout. We know that Darren Collison was looking at the Lakers. He was looking at the Clippers. The Lakers really became the favorites to sign him. And then all of a sudden, Darren Collison said, I'm going to stay retired and just enjoy some of my retirement. Now, let's recap that trade for you that sent Dion Waiters to the Memphis Grizzlies. Of course, Miami got Andre Iguodala, Jay Crowther, and Solomon Hill. How that happened, I still don't understand. I know the big get there was Iggy for Miami, but Crowther has been incredible. He's been playing really well off the bench. He can make threes. He's a good defender. I like Solomon Hill. I still think he's got a little bit left in the tank, but he's not being used quite as much in Miami now that they have such a deep forward rotation with Crowther and Iggy there. Memphis goes and gets Justice Winslow, which I thought was a great pickup for something that really they were just looking to dump Iggy, and then they get a great player in Winslow. Then they got Dion Waiters and Gorgie Jang, also of the Minnesota Timberwolves, and then they would just later go ahead and waive Dion Waiters, as we have mentioned here. And then the Timberwolves get James Johnson. Not really a whole lot there, just a money salary dump to make some sense. Now, let's break down Dion Waiters here for just a second, because really, the guy hasn't had a great year this past year. Last year, he didn't even have that great of a year. But when you look at the last 4 years, Dion Waiters has proven that he's a good talent when it comes to on-the-court play. Now, this year, averaged 12 points per game, 2.6 boards, and 2.8 assists. In 2017-18, though, he was averaging 14.3 points per game, which was probably his best year because he was doing it pretty efficiently also. And then 2016-17, of course, we know Waiters Island, 15.8 points per game, 4.3 rebounds and 3.3 rebounds and 4.3 assists. And the year before that, not doing a whole lot there. I like Dion Waiters. I think the biggest question mark that comes with him is just his off-the-court stuff. I still think he's got something left in the tank when it comes to on-the-court play. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Would you rather sign Dion Waiters or pass on him altogether and maybe go for one of these other guys I'm going to mention? You're going to get hit with a YouTube ad break. That's okay. That's going to give you enough time to scroll down and reply. Would you rather sign or pass on Dion Waiters? Now let's talk about Tyler Johnson. Again, a guy that was just waived. He was on the Miami Heat. Then he went to the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns couldn't find a buyer for him because he was making way too much money for this point in his career. So he gets waived. He gets bought out. He's currently in the open market looking for a team to join. Now, really, he just wasn't a part of that Phoenix Suns future. They've got a lot of young talent. He wasn't really in there. He's only 27 years old. I still think he's got a role in the league. It just wasn't with Phoenix. Now, he's a good playmaker, a pretty good shooter, but really what he does is get to the basket and score. Now, this year, he was playing a career low in minutes with the Phoenix Suns. He was only playing 16.6 minutes per game, which really didn't give him a lot of chance to get into a rhythm, which is why he was only averaging 5.7 points per game, 1.7 rebounds, and then 1.6 assists as well for the Phoenix Suns. Now, when you look at the point guards that are already on this Lakers team, there's definitely room for improvement. I've talked a lot about them here already on this show. But of course, you've got Avery Bradley, a great defender, becoming a better three-point shooter. You've got Quinn Cook, a good three-point shooter, but he's not so much a point guard as more of a scoring shooting guard. Alex Caruso, of course, he's also been playing more of the two-guard position, but defensively and energy-wise, Caruso does everything you need. And then you got Rajon Rondo, a guy who, frankly, I'm out on. You guys know this. I've talked about it a ton on this show. Not a Rondo fan. Don't think really he should be getting minutes above guys like Quinn Cook and Caruso, and definitely not Avery Bradley. And if they go and get Tyler Johnson, Rondo might be not even suited up for some games if Tyler Johnson can come in and play some meaningful minutes. Now, here's the big overarching question with these players, the guys that the Lakers should be targeting. What position should the Lakers really be looking to upgrade the most right now on their bench and their starting five, whatever it may be? Let me know in the comment section. I want to know your opinions, the opinions from the fans. That's what matters the most. Now, while you're doing that, I want to remind you to go check out our ad sponsors at BetDSI. When you go to chatsports.com/bet and then enter our custom promo code NBA120, you get a 120% deposit bonus when you bet with BetDSI. So again, that's chatsports.com/bet, B-E-T, and then use that promo code. We'll give you some free money to play with on BetDSI. Now let's talk about J.R. Smith. Of course, he was with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He already played with former Cavalier, current Los Angeles Laker, LeBron James. We all know that whole fiasco in the NBA Finals. But J.R. Smith is still looking for a team. And the Lakers are still reportedly looking to give him a workout, and rightfully so. The videos that I've seen of him looks like he's in shape, looks like he's getting going, but that's just one-on-one workouts. What do we really know about this guy? What is this guy really doing to put in work on and off the court? I'm not sure, but he's at least a guy that needs to be considered for the Lakers when they're looking to make a playoff push. Now, the last healthy season he averaged 6.7 points per game, 1.6 rebounds, and 1.9 assists, shooting just 34% from the field. Not good. Now, why are you bringing J.R. Smith in? You're bringing him in to be a three-point shooter. Absolutely. But his last healthy season, he only shot 30.4% from beyond the three-point arc. I'm not sure how I feel about J.R. Smith on this Lakers team. I would definitely rather have a Dion Waiters or a Tyler Johnson, or even a guy that we're going to talk about later in the show. But where this is coming from is, of course, Mark Stein. He reported that, quote, the Lakers are expected to give free agent guard J.R. Smith a post-trade deadline audition. In parentheses, perhaps as soon as next week, and remain favorites to sign Darren Collison, elects to make an NBA comeback, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, the Darren Collison thing didn't happen. This was all tweeted out before the NBA trade deadline, but I think after this All-Star break, when the dust settles and everyone kind of calms down from an incredible All-Star game, J.R. Smith could get a workout with the Lakers, and he could be a Laker before we know it. So, big question is, would you even want the Lakers to sign J.R. Smith? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I'm going to say no. I think there are much better options out there. I'm not sure what playing condition J.R. Smith is even in. He hasn't played meaningful basketball in quite some time. So who's to say he can come in right away and just give the Lakers what they need? I'm kind of out on JR, but maybe you disagree. That's okay. Let me know in the comments section below. And guys, I got to remind you to subscribe to our Lakers only channel. We're trying to hit 15,000. We're sitting at about 12.3. That's okay, but that's not good enough. We need some more Laker fans out there. Go to youtube.com/chatsportstv to subscribe to our main channel. And then also make sure you check out this Lakers only channel and hit that big red subscribe button down below. Now let's talk about Jamal Crawford. I know a ton of you guys are in love with this idea of Jamal Crawford to the Los Angeles Lakers. And that's okay because look, the dude can still hoop. I mean, he got 51 points at one point last year in that game against the Dallas Mavericks, which was Dirk Nowitzki's last game. Jamal Crawford was like, I'm going to hijack this a little bit and score 51. So, look, he can still hoop. He just hasn't been on a team. He was on the Phoenix Suns last year. The Suns didn't do anything, so that kind of hurt his stock when it came to this summer's free agency. But now he's looking to get back on a team, and if the Lakers want a scoring option off the bench, you know Jamal Crawford can put the ball in the basket. Now, when he was healthy, he averaged 14.6 points per game, 3.4 assists, and 2.4 rebounds, along with 34.8% from three. Now, he's a pretty good shooter, but he takes a lot. So that's why that three-point percentage is down a little under 35%, but he's really just a good mid-range scorer, and he can get to the basket and finish really in a really crafty way, honestly. So when you look at the last few six men of the year, Jamal Crawford's one of the few that's not named Lou Williams. I mean, this list is absolutely ridiculous. Lou Williams in 2019 with the Clippers. Lou Williams again in 2018 with the Clippers. Eric Gordon kind of breaks it up there in 2017, wins one for the Houston Rockets. And then Jamal Crawford, again, another guy on the Clippers, goes out and wins a Sixth Man of the Year award in 2016. And then look who it is again. Sixth Man, like I'm Lou Will. 2015 wins it with the Toronto Raptors. I mean, look, if it's not Lou Williams, it's probably Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford also won it in 2014, and I think he can come in and kind of be the similar player. Now, maybe not as efficiently. Maybe it's only 15 to 18 minutes a night, but that's really all you need from Jamal at this point in his career. So, now, one thing I want to ask, because they're kind of similar when it comes to scoring guards, is who would you rather have on this Laker team? Type W for Dion Waiters, type C for Jamal Crawford. Now, when you compare the two, Waiters is probably better and healthier right now. However, he comes with a lot of off the court issues. Jamal Crawford comes in, great locker room guy, been there before, been in the playoffs, made a meaningful impact on a team, and he scored 51 points at one point last year. The dude can still ball. I would like to see Jamal Crawford on this Lakers team, but Dion Waiters makes a lot of sense too, so it's totally up to you guys. You got to let me know in the comments section. Now let's talk about one more. We'll kind of get away from the point guards, the scoring guards, the guys that are a little bit more flashy. We'll talk about Jeff Green. You're like, I don't know about Jeff Green anymore, but here's the deal. He got waived by the Utah Jazz. They just were like, hey, we don't really need you that much anymore. They went and signed Rajon Tucker, and they let Jeff Green go. But anytime Green goes to any team, he makes an immediate impact. He can play the small forward. He can play the power forward. We've seen him team up with guys and play on teams like the Oklahoma City Thunder and get meaningful minutes. The Boston Celtics, he played meaningful minutes. The Memphis Grizzlies even. Jeff Green can still play. He can defend wings. He can defend power forwards. Now, this year, when he was healthy, he only played in 30 games for the Jazz, but he averaged 7.8 points per game, 2.7 boards, just 0.7 assists, but he did shoot nearly 33% from three. You call up Jeff Green, it's not a, hey, we need you to come in and score. It's no, we need you to come in and defend a wing. We need you to defend a Kawhi Leonard, defend a Paul George. And when you look at the wing defenders on this team right now, you're a little bit limited. You've got Avery Bradley, but he's more limited to the point guards and shooting guards in the league. You got Rajon Rondo. He can't guard a wing. He can guard point guards, but he's a good defender. KCP's been a good defender this year. He's guarding a lot of 2s and 3s. Then, of course, Danny Green, another guy who's guarding 2s and 3s. And then LeBron, who can guard 2 through 4s, basically. Jeff Green would come in right away and be able to guard 3s and 4s. And that's what this team is missing. So I like the idea of Jeff Green on the Los Angeles Lakers. He doesn't give you a scoring punch, but defensively, he does it all. And a great locker room guy. A great veteran presence for some younger dudes on the Lakers. So let me ask you this before we go. Who do you want the Lakers to sign before the 2020 NBA playoffs? Let me know in the comment section below. It could be Tyler Johnson, Dion Waiters, Jamal Crawford, Jeff Green, J.R. Smith, maybe some guy I didn't even mention on today's show, but let me remind you of who we did talk about today. Of course, you had Dion Waiters just waived. He's still out there available. J.R. Smith getting a workout apparently with the Lakers. Tyler Johnson waived by the Phoenix Suns. Jamal Crawford, who scored 51 points last year, is out there and available. And of course, the defensive presence of Jeff Green. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.